Atin pong tunghayan ang special coverage ng press briefing sa Palasyo ng Malacañang.
Good morning, Malacañang Press Corps. Happy New Year. Today we have Assistant Secretary Attorney Chris Roman to introduce our guest for today.
Thank you, Yusek. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. We consider our labor force as one of the strongest assets of our nation. The President, under his administration, has therefore been working tirelessly to provide a comfortable life for the Filipino worker. This year, the President, among others, issued Executive Order Number 51. The President, under his administration, to protect the right of the workers to security of tenure, to provide a comfortable life the overseas Filipino Filipino worker, settled various claims of several laborers, among others, and created around 826,000 jobs for Filipinos. To protect the right of the workers because of the strong political will, launched the Overseas Filipino Bank, who also settled various claims of several laborers. A memorandum of agreement created around between 826,000 jobs has also been signed to provide safety because of the strong political will Filipinos working in the latter executive, who also about the gains of our administration with respect to labor. A memorandum of agreement Secretary between the Philippines and Kuwait, Silvestre Bebot, has also been signed to provide ladies and gentlemen of the Malacañang Press for Filipinos working. Let's give a warm welcome to Sec. Bello. To talk more about the gains of this administration with respect to labor, we invited Secretary of Labor and Employment, Silvestre Bebot Bello III. Ladies and gentlemen of the Malacañang Press.
Thank you very much.
Let's give a warm welcome to Sec. Bello.
Dapat kayo ang spokesman eh. Magagaling. To our friends in media, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much lahat. Sana naging maligaya yung Pasko. At sana yung inyong bagong taon ay maging mapayapa at maunlad. To our friends in media, gaya ng sinabi ni Asek, Merry Christmas sa inyo lahat. Roman, sana naging ang major accomplishment ng Duterte administration sana yung inyong bagong taon doon sa mapayapa Department of Labor and Employment. Dahil alam niyo naman na ang pangako ng ating Pangulo, hindi pa siya, nung nangangampanya pa lang siya, ay nangako siya na ay nandun sa wakasin niya yung itong endo at saka itong illegal and unlawful ng ating Pangulo contractual arrangement. Hindi pa siya, nung nangangampanya pa lang siya, ay nangako siya our President succeeded in yung itong the regularization of almost 500,000 contractual arrangement. This is unprecedented. Wala pang nakagawa. Succeeded in achievement in the regularization of tenure ng ating mga manggagawa. 500,000 hindi po talaga, pati ako nabigla ako nung suddenly when we had wala pang inspection, we discovered that as of September 2018, we had about 411,000 plus contractuals ito. Contractuals. They were regularized by their employers. At alam nyo dito, what is more impressive or amazing is that of 411,000 contractuals who were regularized by they became regular employees through voluntary regularization. Sa makatuwid yung mga employers that sila nagsabi na, oh, ikaw, you are now a regular employee of the company. Only 30, more or less 30% of the regularized employees were regularized as a result of an order, compliance order from the Department of Labor. This indicates na ang ating mga employers na rin ay kumikilala of the regularized constitutional provision on the security of tenure order, compliance order. Malaking bagay po yun. Malaking bagay po. At alam nyo ba, na ang ating we received communication from the constitutional provision. This is the Employers Confederation of the Philippines. Malaking bagay po yun. Malaking bagay po. At alam nyo ba, content of
We
the
received
communication is
communication
unexpected.
from the
It
ECOP.
is an offer
This is
by
the
the
Employers
ECOP,
Confederation of the Philippines,
representing all the employers,
and
big employers in the
content
Philippines,
of
a
the communication is
commitment
unexpected.
to regularize
It
all
is
their
an
employees,
offer
the
by
members, all the employees of the members of
representing
all the employers,
big
gagawin na
employers in
lang
the
regular.
Philippines.
And they're starting with
40%
commitment to regularize
When we received that communication,
all their employees,
nabigla
the
ako.
members,
Siyempre ako,
all the
laking bagay ito.
employees
This is a
of the
big
members of
development
ECOP.
in the
Gagawin na lang
labor
regular. And
atmosphere.
they're
dahil
starting
biro mo,
with no less than
40%
employers are offering to regularize
When we received that communication,
all their employees,
nabigla ako.
and they're
Siyempre
starting
ako,
with 40%
laking
of their
bagay ito.
employees.
This is a big development.
Unexpected talaga ito.
labor,
But then, sabi ko,
atmosphere, dahil we have to find
biro mo,
out
no less
how
than
soon
employers are offering to
they
regularize
intend to
all
accomplish
their
yung
employees,
other
and they're
60%.
starting with
Kasi
40%
sabi nila
of their
40%.
employees.
What about the 60%? How
Unexpected
soon?
talaga
So,
ito. But then,
yun ang
sabi
aming
ko,
sagot sa kanila.
we have to find out
Welcome yung
how
inyong
soon
proposal of
do
yung
they intend
regularization
to
program
accomplish
nyo.
yung
Pero
other
we want to
60%.
find out how
Kasi
soon
sabi
do
nila
you
40%.
intend to fully
What about the
regularize order
60%? How soon? So,
employees complement.
yun ang aming
Yun
sagot
ang
sa
aming
kanila.
counter offer.
Welcome
And
yung inyong proposal.
para naman hindi nila masabi na
regularization
kami
program
nasa
nyo.
department
Pero
wala man lang
we want to find out
may
how
bigay
soon
kapalit.
do you intend to fully regularize
In short,
order.
we offered that the moment
Employees
we can
complement.
agree on the
Yun ang
regularization
aming
plan
counter offer.
as
And
initiated by them,
para
we
naman
will
hindi
declare
nila
a
masabi
moratorium
na
on
kami
inspection.
nasa department
In other
wala
words,
man
hindi na
lang
sila gagambalan,
may bigay kapalit.
gambalayan ng aming mga inspectors.
In short,
Unless of
we
course may
offered that the
magrereklamo.
moment we can agree on the
So yun ang
regularization
aming,
plan
yun
as
ang aming
initiated
counter
by
offer.
them.
And hopefully,
We will declare a
we can receive
moratorium
a
on
response from
inspection.
them and
In other
find
words,
out
hindi na
how
sila
soon
gagambalan,
they intend
gambalayan
to
ng aming
regularize
mga
all their
inspectors.
employees. Ang laking
Unless,
bagay
of
yung
course,
for
may
ano,
magrereklamo.
40%.
So, yun ang
40% of the
aming
total
aming
compliments of
counter
all the
offer. And
member
hopefully,
employees
we can
group,
receive a
employers
response
group
from
in
them
ECOP
and find out
that is
how
a big,
soon they intend
very
to
big,
regularize all the employees.
improvement
Ang laking
in the
bagay
field
nito
of security of tenure.
40%.
Now,
40% of the
on
total
particulars,
compliments of all the member
we also we
employees
have
group,
to
employees
report to
group
you
in ECOP
na
very
yung
big
aming employment
improvement in the field
rate
of security of tenure
increase
now
by
on particulars
2.9%.
I
We
think
also
ASEC,
we have to report to you
Roman mentioned that we
na
increase our employees
yung aming employment
rate by
rate
8
increase
by
800,000 plus.
I think ASEC
Dagdag dito sa mga
Roman mentioned that we
present
increase
employees
our
natin.
employees
800,000 plus.
employment
Another
rate by
major breakthrough
8
in the field of employment.
800,000
Unprecedented na naman ito.
Pati kami nabibigla
Dagdag
kami,
dito
nabibigla
sa mga
kami. Bakit biglang
present
employees natin?
Nagko-cooperate ang mga employers
800,000
natin.
plus.
And we only see
Another
to it,
major
as a
breakthrough
indication
in the
that we
field
are
of
cooperating
employment.
with the administration. of
Unprecedented
President
na
Duterte.
naman ito. Pati
Nakikita
kami
nila
nabibigla
kasi
kami,
yung seriousness ng
nabibigla
ating
kami.
presidente.
Bakit biglang
Now, aside from
Nagko-cooperate
just
ang
to
mga
give you
employers
some
natin.
detalya,
And we only see to it,
yung
see
major
it as a
improvement in
indication
employment
that we are
goes to
cooperating with the administration of
construction.
President Duterte.
may additional
Nakikita nila kasi yung seriousness ng ating
328,000 construction workers.
Now, aside from
Next would be
just to give you
manufacturing
some detalya,
work.
yung
We
major
have 140,000
employment goes to
And we also have the compulsory security,
Construction.
social security,
may additional
152,000,
328,000.
and the administrative and support
Construction
services
workers.
activities,
Next would be
which calls for
manufacturing,
about
111,000.
We have 140,000.
Now,
Aside from the, and we also have the compulsory
From the
security, social
improvement in the
152,000.
employment rate, we also have
and the administrative
what
and
we call
support
an
services
improvement in the
activities.
underemployment
for
rate.
about
In other words,
111,000.
nag-improve yung employment
Now, aside
status
from
ng
the,
ating mga
from
manggagawa.
the
Improvement
the
in
the
employment
improvement
rate, we
is
also
not so
have
big, but then
what we call an improvement
gumanda
in
ang
the
katayuan ng ating
underemployment
mga
rate. In
manggagawa.
other words,
Nung
nag-improve
araw
yung
siguro kumikita lang ng
status
maliit,
ng
pero
ating
because of
mga
some
manggagawa.
incentive from government.
The
Ngayon,
employment
gumaganda ng kanilang
improvement
kita.
is not so big, but then
Okay. gumanda
on the
ang
field of
katayuan ng ating
OFW. Ito rin major
Nung araw
concern
po,
ng ating Pangulo. You know how much the
maliit,
President
pero because of
is focused
some
on the
incentive from government. Ngayon,
plight
gumanda
of our
ng
overseas
workers.
Okay.
You recall the case
On the
of
field of OFW, ito rin major
wherein the President
concern ng ating Pangulo. You know
immediately,
how much the
physically,
President
immediately, sabi niya,
is
Bebo, you
focused on
declare
the
a total deployment ban in
plight
Kuwait,
of our
which we did.
overseas
Workers.
and it brought about
You recall
a
the
very
case
good
of Joanna de Mapeles, wherein the
working
President
relation with
immediately, physically,
Kuwait
immediately, sabi niya,
government.
Bebo,
Kasi
you
for-
declare a total
After so many
deployment
years
ban in Kuwait,
na meron
which we
tayong
did.
mga OFW doon,
And it brought
this is the
about
first time
a
that
very
they
good
agreed to enter into a bilateral
working
agreement
relation
between
with
their country and our
the
country.
Kuwait
So we have an
government. Kasi
MOU which provides
so
for
many
the
years
protection
na meron
very
tayong mga
sufficient,
OFW
very
doon.
effective
This is
protection
the
of
first
our
time
workers that they agreed
Nung
to
araw,
enter reklamo ng
into a
ating mga
bilateral
manggagawa
agreement
sa ibang bansa.
between
Hindi
their
nila
country
mahawakan
and our
yung kanilang. So we have an MOU
cellphone.
which provides
for the protection.
Pangalawa, very
Hindi nila
sufficient,
hawak
very
ang kanilang
effective
pasaporte.
protection of our
Hawak ng
workers.
mga employers.
Nung araw,
reklamo
now,
ng ating mga
under
manggagawa
that
na sa ibang
MOU,
bansa,
hindi nila
our
mahawakan yung kanilang
workers are entitled to
cellphone.
hold their only
Pangalawa,
means of
hindi
communication
nila hawak
to
ang
the
kanilang
outside world,
pasaporte,
their
hawak
cellphone.
ng
Ng mga employers.
and they cannot be taken
Now,
by the employers
under
without
that
their consent.
MOU,
And so with their passport, dapat nasa kanila o
are
kaya
entitled
for
to
security
hold
reason,
their only means of
idideposito
communication
sa
with the
Philippines to the
embassy.
outside world their cellphone. And then,
And they
of course,
cannot be taken
the
by the
basic
employer
provision
without their
that
consent.
our workers
And so with their
should
passport,
have a specific
dapat nasa
number
kanila o kaya
of hours
for
of
security
work and
reason,
number of hours of
idideposito
sleep.
sa
At
Philippine
nakalagay
embassy.
din doon na sila ang pipili
Then,
ng kanilang
of course,
pagkain. Basic
hindi
provision
kagaya dati na
that
kung ano
our
lang hindi
workers
makain ng kanilang
should have a specific
employers, yun
number
ang kinakain
of
nila.
hours
Most of
of
the time,
walang
and
naiwan.
number of hours of
Now,
sleep.
under this
At nakalagay
MOU,
din doon
na
and the
sila
template
ang pipili ng
contract
kanilang pagkain
that
results from
hindi
this
kagaya dati
MOU.
na kung ano lang hindi
Sigurado
makain
na
ng
yung pagkain
kanilang
nila. Mamili sila
employers,
magluto,
yun ang
they can do
kinakain
that.
nila.
And most of the
Meron
time,
silang
walang
day off
naiwan.
for one day a week
Now,
with pay.
under this MOU,
Yun.
and the
And then,
template, yung
contract
yung
that
kapala
results
system
from
na
this MOU.
nililipat sila sa mga employer
Sigurado
ng
na yung
employer
pagkain
nila.
nila.
Mamili sila
Employer
magluto,
A,
they can do that.
Ayaw ko na yung
Meron
worker,
silang
day off for
papasa ko sa
one
another
day a
employer
week.
with
That
pay.
can be allowed only
And then,
if the
yung
worker
yung kapala
agrees.
system na
and if
nililipat
the
sila sa mga
office
employer,
of
ng
the
employer, halimbawa,
labor
employer
attaché
A,
gives his
ayaw ko na
written
yung
consent.
worker, papasa ko
Ito
sa
po yung
another
mga
employer.
protection ng
That
ating
can
mga
be
manggagawa. Allowed only
Aside from
if
that, you know, of course, that the
worker
President
agrees.
directed the
And
installation
if
of
the
yung
office of
OSCO.
the labor
Remember,
attaché
Secretary
gives his written
OSCO is
consent.
the
Ito
one
po yung mga
stop
protection ng
service
ating mga
center.
manggagawa, ng mga OFW.
Aside from that, you know, of course, we already established the installation of yung
regional
OSCO.
OSCOs.
Chris,
Where
OSCO
yung mga
is the
OFWs natin,
one-stop
sa halip na
service
say,
center.
kailangan niya ng
Ng
passport,
OFW.
pupunta ng DFA, kailangan
We
niya ng
already
NBI clearance,
established
pupunta sa
18
NBI,
kailangan niya
regional
ng pag-ibig, pupunta sa
OSCOs.
pag-ibig,
pupunta sa
Well,
PhilHealth,
yung mga
pupunta sa
OFWs
NSA,
natin,
pupunta sa
halip
POA,
na,
POA,
kailangan
lahat ng
niya ng
opisina yan,
passport,
they are
pupunta ng DFA,
kailangan niya ng NBI
put
clearance,
in
pupunta
one
sa
building
NBI,
so that the
kailangan niya ng
OFW
pag-ibig,
doesn't have
pupunta
to
sa
go around
pag-ibig, pupunta sa
spending
PhilHealth,
time and
pupunta sa
efforts
NSA,
to get all the
pupunta sa
requirements
POA,
coming from this
POA,
department.
lahat ng opisina
We
yan,
have 18
they are
of them.
ano,
Again,
put
another
in one
first
building so that
under
the OFW
Duterte
doesn't have to go
administration.
around.
Then meron
Spending
tayo yung
time and
888
efforts to get all the requirements coming
I
from
think
this
you're,
department.
alam niyo yun.
We have 18 of them.
I don't have to explain
Again,
them. But
another
we also have
first
in the department
under the
a hotline.
Duterte administration.
Hotline. Then meron tayo
Dole,
yung
I
888-1349.
think you're,
This is
alam niyo yun,
24/7. You can call it anytime.
I don't have to explain them.
And
But
then
we
somebody
also
will
have
answer
in
you
the
and
department
address your concern.
a hotline.
Kaya subukan nyo ngayon.
Hotline.
Subukan nyo tumawag.
Dole,
Pag hindi sumagot
1,
yun,
3, 4,
tanggal yung,
9.
yung nandun sa aming
24/7.
OCC.
You can call it anytime.
That is true. That
And then
is
somebody will
24
answer
hour.
and address
24 hour.
Subukan nyo
24/7
ngayon. Subukan nyo
service
tumawag.
from Dole. Pag
Anytime,
hindi sumagot
any
yun,
concern you can call. this
tanggal yung,
1949.
yung nandun sa aming
Ang
OCC.
problema lang, That is true. That is 24
Sa halip na tatawag yung mga
24
OFW
24/7
doon sa
service
1349.
from Dole. Anytime,
Yung number
any
ko
concern
kasi
you can call
kinalat
is
ni
1349.
dating kasama niyo
Ang-
dito
ang
si
problema lang.
Mocha. O kinalat niyo yung number ko.
Sa halip na
about 5
tatawag yung
million
mga
of their
OFW
followers. They have no
doon
number.
sa
So every day I
1349.
receive a
Yung
call
number
or
ko kasi
text message.
kinalat
At
ni-
least 50 to 100.
Dating kasama niyo
Dito si
distress
Mocha.
call.
O
Tignan niyo yung
kinalat niyo
cellphone
yung
ko.
number ko. About 5 million of their
Ilang
followers.
mga
They have no
message.
number.
Ay, pinatay
So
ko
every day
pala.
I receive a call
Pinatay ko
or
kasi
text
kanina yung link
message.
kanina. Palagay ko
At least
OFW yun
50 to 100.
Ang problema kasi sa OFW calls,
Distress call.
they come in at 11
yung
to 3.
cellphone.
11 in the evening up to 3 in the morning.
Ngayon ang message.
Kasi yung time
Pinatay
difference
ko pala.
natin.
Oh.
Pinatay ko kasi kanina yung link
Nagigising ako
kanina.
dahil
Palagay
dyan.
ko
But I
OFW yun.
cannot afford to
Ang problema kasi sa OFW calls,
is
they
now
come in
because,
at 11
because
to 3.
you know
11
that
in the
that
evening
call
up to
is
3
a
in the
distress
morning.
call.
Hindi
Kasi
tatawag
time
yung
difference natin.
OFW para makipag-socialize.
Nagigising ako dahil
If
dyan.
you receive
But
the
I
call,
cannot
sir,
afford to
nandito ko sa ganito. Binubugbog ako
snub
ng
the call.
employer
That's
ko.
because,
Sir,
you know,
2 taon na
that
ako hindi
call is a
sinusultahan.
distress
Sir.
call.
Hindi
Ganun ang
tatawag yung
tatanggap mo. And you
OFW
have to
para
attend to that.
makipag-socialize.
Ang problema lang,
Hindi.
of course, may
If you
dinadamay
receive the
din
call,
ako.
sir,
Kasi sinabi
nandito
ko,
ko
pag
sa
may
ganito,
natanggap akong call,
binubugbog ako ng
ingat
mga
kayo.
employer.
Tanggap din kayo ng
Sir,
call sa akin.
2 taon na ako
So,
hindi
I immediately
sinusultahan.
relay
Sir.
these
Ganun ang
calls
tatanggap
or
ko.
messages
You have to
to
attend to
people
that.
who are
Ang problema
assigned
lang,
to address
of
this
course,
concern.
may dinadamay
I'm
din
talking
ako.
about
Kasi sinabi
administrator,
ko, pag may natanggap
Kakdak,
akong
o POA,
ingat
administrator,
kayo.
Olalia,
Tanggap din
o
kayo ng
POA,
call sa akin.
I immediately relay
Director
these
Aspiras,
calls or
Avisperas of
to
ILAB,
people who are assigned
lahat sila,
to address
naka-on
this
guard
concern.
sila.
I'm talking
Even
about
during
administrator,
Christmas, may tumatawag.
Kakdak, o POA,
May nagmamakawa,
administrator,
sir,
Olalia,
sabi mo
o
sa amin,
POA,
pauwiin mo kami before Christmas.
Director
Sabi ko,
Aspiras,
hindi pa naman tapos ang
Avisperas
Christmas,
of,
ha?
ILAB.
Lahat sila,
25
naka-on
ang
guard
Christmas kasi ang tawag niya 22. Sabi ko, 25 naman ang Christmas. Sabi, fortunately, nakauwi siya before Christmas and some are arriving today. Oh, about 104 of them are coming this afternoon. You may want to visit them. You may see them, they arrive tonight, this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Yun ang last batch na pinangakuhan ko na makauwi kayo before Christmas. Itong batch na ito, hindi nakarating. Pero naintindihan naman nila kasi hindi nakarating yung booking nila dahil alam nyo, Christmas, ang hirap ng booking ngayon. Mabuti na lang kung minsan nakakakuha kami ng cooperation and support from PAL. Nagbibigay sila ng special allotment para sa mga OFWs. Ayun. So, yun ang aming serbisyo sa OFWs. Meron tayong OF Bank. You know that was launched late last year by the President of the Overseas Filipino Bank. Meron ng, magkano na ba na initial, yung may initial deposit na ang mga OFW doon. Magkano ba yun? Basta may sizable naman, mga 24 million na ang nakadeposito from our overseas workers. Yun. Ayan. And talking about workers, you know for a fact that we have adjusted the minimum wage. Not only in Metro Manila, but all throughout the region. Yung range ng adjustment is, siyempre, nagbabari depending on the region. The last, of course, was in Metro Manila. We had an increase of 25 pesos. Yeah. The biggest, I don't know, it might be coincidental, but it's in the region of the President, Region 11, 56. Kaya lang, 2 tranches. The 30 peso increase took effect October this year. And additional 26 will come February 2019. Total of 56. All the other regions, minimum of 20 ang increase. It may not be big, pero at least nag-increase tayo. And it is a regular study of the National Wage and Productivity Commission. They do that on a yearly basis unless may mga supervening event that would mandate a wage adjustment. Yan. So, ano ba bang pwede kong sabihin sa inyo? Gusto niyong malaman tungkol sa nagawa ng department? Ano ba? Peace talk? Gusto niyo yung peace talk? Hindi, no? Well, alam niyo, yung peace talk is, maybe you are not aware of the fact that there are 6 paths to peace. Di ba? One of them is the talks between our government panel and the panel of the NDF, CPP, NPA. But lately, the President decided to take the other path, which is the localized peace talks. And I think the President is now about to issue an order regarding the conduct of localized peace talks. May lumabas ba? May lumabas na. Okay, so that's good. So we hope that this new tack will succeed so that hindi na kailangan yung panel namin.
Okay, question, sir.
Yes.
Okay, question about CPP or labor muna? Peace talks, okay. Rose Novenario to be followed by...
Ay, good morning, sir. Sir, ano na yung magiging papel ng government peace panel kung magiging localized peace talks na yung thrust ng administrasyon?
Wala muna. In the meantime, what we are doing is we are reviewing yung mga agreements that were entered into, and then we are also preparing, just in case there will be a resumption, pag-usapan namin yung iniwan namin usapan noon, and we are about to, to finalize yung agreement on social and economic reforms, which to me is the heart and soul of the peace negotiation. Pag nakuha yun, nabuo yun at nagka-agree ang government natin at ang NDF, CPP, NPA. To me, that's the end game.
Ay, sir. May update na po dun sa 2 sundalong at saka 12 militiamen na binihag sa Agusan del Sur last week?
The only thing I know about that is that a bishop texted me and he said he's negotiating for the release of these 2 hostages and he's asking me to assist in the negotiation. Pero sabi ko kasi, Bishop, ako, wala sa mandato ko yan ako. So I referred them to the people who are in charge on this kind of negotiation.
Sir, thank you.
Okay, follow up. Ace Romero.
Sec, the President has been criticizing the NPA and the CPP recently, and he even ordered security forces to quote-unquote destroy the communist movement. How will this kind of rhetoric affect the talks?
Well, the reality is that we are in a state of armed conflict. Yan ang reality . Wala pa namang peace . So, banatan yan. And if I were the President, I would do everything to crush the rebellion. So, normal yan. Hanggat hindi nagkakaroon ng peace agreement or peace settlement, then we continue to fight them, and at the very least, kung hindi man makrush totally, at least ma-decimate sila.
If they are crushed, sino pa yung kakausapin kung sakali? I
Well,
mean, what does he mean? Ano ibig sabihin ba nung
Ibig sabihin, wala nang rebel group against government. So, wala nang relevance ng panel.
So ibig sabihin nung destroy, hindi lang literal na papatayin, meaning pasukuin sila. Ganun ba yun, Sec?
Hindi naman siguro susuko yan. Pareho siguro
Or convince them to join mainstream society. Ganun ba yung ibig sabihin?
That's also one of the target of government, to convince them na it's better to join government.
Pwede bang mag-resume yung formal talks next year?
Anything is possible. Kasi I'm the President's commitment to our country is inclusive and lasting peace for our country. If it means resuming the peace negotiation, why not? He's trying to get all the avenues for a possible peace negotiation and a peace settlement. So one of these venue is yung localized peace talk. So,
Okay. Ano po yung chances na magre-resume yung formal talks next year?
yung yung gusto ng ating presidente na yung kung nag-usap tayo, there must be a show of sincerity. Na habang nag-uusap tayo, as per the, yung Hague Joint Declaration, the parties should provide the talks with a conducive atmosphere.
Hindi yung nag-uusap tayo, habang nag-uusap tayo, binabanatan mo ako, like what happened before. We went to the Netherlands to talk to them, and then suddenly inambush nila yung presidential convoy. This does not speak well of their sincerity. Ganun.
Salamat po.
Okay, follow up? Follow up? Okay, si Jopel muna, then Vic Suminta.
Good afternoon, sir, Secretary.
Afternoon po.
Yes, sir. Hanggang ngayon, sir, karamihan sa mga workers ng malalaking mall ay under 555 contract pa rin. At kumusta na, sir, yung compliance ng mga private companies para tapusin yung ENDO?
Well, I mentioned a while ago that yung ECOP, which is an association of employers, committed to regularize their employees. Ngayon, hopefully, we will not have to validate this proposal nila. Pero gaya na sinabi ko, mukha namang gumaganda ang compliance with labor standards, especially on the issue of security of tenure. Like for example, you talk of madalas siguro nasa in your mind ang iniisip nyo ang SM, di ba? But in fairness to SM, they were able to regularize 11,000 for this year. And they committed to again regularize about the same or more numbers of contractuals next year.
Sir, yung iba kasi mga workers, sir, sa malalaking mall na 555 contract pa rin, medyo nababahala sila kasi pagpasok ng January, wala na po silang trabaho.
You are talking of workers who are covered by yung 555?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have to dispute that because even the employers are aware that this 5-5 arrangement is against the law. It is an illegal arrangement. Kaya kung meron ka mang kilala na covered by this 555, please let us know. We will not let this go unattended.
So yun po yung parang is na mabibigyan natin sa kanila. Just to direct it to your office.
Give the call to 1349.
1340. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
Vic Suminta, microphone please. Danielle, paabot ng microphone kay Vic. Thank you.
Morning, Secretary.
Afternoon na po.
Sir, patapos na po yung taon. Yung compliance ng mga employers sa pagbibigay ng 13-month pay, lahat ba nag-comply?
Alam mo, so far, as of this day, wala pa ako natanggap na complaint from our regions because we required our regions to give us any report of non-compliance with the payment of the 13-month pay. So far, wala akong natanggap from our regions, even in Metro Manila, except, I'm glad you gave me the occasion to mention this, yung aming security guards in my subdivision. December 24, pumunta yung mga gwardiya sa akin. Of course, ang intention nila mamasko. Mamasko yung nila, intention nila. Mamasko. But then, I asked them, natanggap nyo na ba ang 13-month pay nyo? Alam mo, sinabi ng tatlo, sir, kulang. In other words, it's not the mandated 13-month pay. And then I asked them, binabayaran ba kayo ng tamang sweldo? Sir, hindi, sir. That is the agency called Marban Security Agency. And I think it is owned by a councilor of Quezon City. Beware. I just directed our regional director to inspect you today and give me a report before the end of the day. Marban Security Agency. Biro mo, yung mga gwardiya nila are working for more than 8 hours. Hindi pa tama ang sweldo. Pagsasamantala yun eh. Kung nakikinig ka may-ari ng Marban Security, please, comply. Do your obligation. Pay your workers. Before wala kaya say papatayin kita eh. Pero ang sama ng loob ko nung narinig ko, December 4 na umaga eh. Imagine, 270 pa lang binabayad sa sweldo nila. And they are guards. working more than 8 hours. It's not only underpaid doon sa minimum wage kasi 5.37 na ngayon eh. Eh, biro mo 270 lang pala binabayad. Pagsasamantala yun. Oo. Eh, you put that headline nyo, Marban Security Agency. Oo.
Sir, sinong konsyelo may-ari?
Eh, talagang we will ask.
Anong pangalan ng konsyelo,
Ayaw ko
sir?
na sabihin nyo. Baka matalo sa election.
Sir, isa pa na issue. May study na lumabas regarding the job mismatch. Kasi sinasabi, majority of the graduates ngayon ill-equipped doon sa kailangan nila kaya hindi unemployable. Anong hakbang ng DOLE?
Totoo po yan. Kaya that's why we have anong tawag dito? Maximize yung aming mga program like Job Start, SPES, yung para sa mga bata. Ini-start namin early. We are coordinating with DepEd, lalong-lalo dan sa K-12 nila, para matrain ng gusto yung ating mga workers para magkakaroon na ng job matching. Kasi totoo yan yung nabanggit mo. Ang daming trabaho available, ang daming workers na gusto magtrabaho, pero hindi magkatugma. That is why I'm glad we have a new Director General, Secretary La Peña of TESDA, and we are working closely on how to address itong issue of mismatch. And again, added to that, we are also maximizing yung training ng mga construction workers dahil nawawala na tayo ng construction workers. It's so hard, even you to try in your neighborhood, ang hirap na maghanap ng tubero. Ang hirap na. Karpintero, welder, ang hirap na maghanap. Kaya nga we are even planning to conduct a counter job fair. Imbes na magja-job fair tayo sa Pilipinas, magja-job fair tayo sa Saudi. So to attract yung mga construction workers who are there to come back because they are needed here in our country doon sa build infrastructure program ng ating presidente.
Okay.
Ang laming kailangan. The MCI, Consuni, asked for about 6,000 to 7,000 construction workers. Mabuti lang may listahan ako.
Okay, Dreo, to be followed by Rose.
Hi sir, follow up lang po dun sa 411,000. Can you name some of the bigger companies? Yung 411,000 na nag-regularize. So can you name some of the big companies?
Dole Philippines. Then, of course, itong mga big construction companies like Consuni, I just mentioned that, Consuni, mga construction workers. And then of course, yung mga call centers, dumami ng gusto yung ating mga BPOs. Manufacturing, yung mga manufacturing.
Sir, nung last May po, you released a list of some of the companies who are allegedly involved in contractualization. So whatever happened to some of those companies named there are Jollibee,
Number one.
PAL. So anong nangyari na po dun sa mga...
Number one is Jollibee. You recall, sa top 20, in fairness, Jollibee is now regularizing. Pero hindi pa ako masyadong completely happy dahil maliit ang kanang regularization program. Sabi ko, please, up your ante. They're offering to regularize 3,000 a year. Sabi, kulang. Ang SM ka ako, 10,000 a year. Baka pwedeng ka ako pantayan nyo. They will study. Dole Philippines, after we published them, they immediately came up with a memorandum of agreement with their labor force and they are regularizing their employees doon. PAL, well, of course, PAL as usual is hard-headed. So with yung PLDT, dinaan sa husgado, wala tayong magawa. But I'm confident na eventually we will win the case. May mga initial victory sila, of course.
Sir, speaking of cases, do you plan to file cases against those companies who haven't complied up to now regarding the President's regularization order?
We will not do that yet. We will issue compliance orders. Excuse me.
Rose Cos?
Hi, Secretary. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Ang itatanong ko po yung malapit po sa puso nyo. Kasi po, ang issue pong ito ay tungkol po sa recent na natanggap na liham po ng mga COS employee po sa PTV.
Saan?
Contract of Service employees po sa PTV, sa government channel po. Kasi po, nakatanggap po ng letter yun pong mga COS employee na noong pong December 17 na kung hindi po sila makakatanggap ng renewal within the year, next year po ay wala na silang trabaho. Pero po, karamihan po sa mga COS employee na ito ay bumibilang ng 1 taon or higit pa. And until now ay hindi pa po sila nare-regular. According po sa audit po ng annual audit po ng COA, 384 po ang COS employee at 158 naman po yung regular. So mas nakakarami po yung hindi pa po regular kahit po maraming taon na po silang nagserbisyo sa PTV. So ano po ang say po ng DOLE po dito dahil po ang issue is about employment. Lalo na po at sa sariling bakuran po ng pamahalaan po yung under ang PTV po.
Totoo, it's about employment. Pero you have to classify the employment. There is such thing as public employment and private sector employment. Ang aming nasasakupan sa Department of Labor and Employment ay yung private sector employment. Kung maaari, ayaw kong mag-comment tungkol sa public sector employment dahil yan ay sakop ng Civil Service Commission. But having said that, alam nyo, you have to consider the distinction between a private corporation, a business corporation, and a government agency. Yung kasing private corporation, it is for business. Kumikita, profit. Yung government agency, this is not for profit or business. This is for public service. Kaya you have to look at it from a different standpoint. Kasi kung minsan, yung government, in the exigency of service, nag-hire sila ng yung mga yung sinabi mong job orders, casuals, contractuals. But, alam mo, I have to be very frank about it. Kung minsan nagiging din yan, inaabuso rin yan. Pero basically, yun ang, ang katayuan ng ating mga agencies na napipilitan sila kung minsan nag-hire ng additional employees na wala sa kanilang plantilla to meet an exigency. And to clearly show this, yung yung kaso ng Yolanda. You remember? Yolanda came and wrought havoc sa Cloban and the neighboring municipalities in Region 8. So much so that they had to hire so many people just to be able to extend assistance sa mga kababayan natin doon. Yun ang yung example na kailangan komisan mag-hire ng mga yung sinasabi niyo na job orders or COS or casuals because of the exigency of the service.
Sir, bilang follow-up po, bilang pangunahing agency po na meron pong na nakakasakop pagdating po sa usapin ng employment, dapat po bang ituring na contract of service maging ang mga reporters po?
Kung ako ang mamimili?
Opo. Bilang nakakaalam po ng regulation pagdating po sa paggawa, dapat po bang i-hire as contract of service maging yung mga field reporters?
If you ask me as Secretary of Labor, I would recommend them to be regular employees para hindi sila mag-engage sa fake news.
Fake.
Diba? Kasi di ba pagka nag-fake news ka, so you can be the subject of a disciplinary action. Di ba?
Sir, follow-up din po.
Accountability yan, tama yun.
Right, kung mo nabanggit nyo naman po yung distinction between sa private corporations at saka sa government. Pero kung mo po kinukuha naman yung pondo pampasahod po sa mga empleyado ng PTV sa tax din po ng binabayad ng taong bayan, is it rightful to dismiss them dahil po dahil po short na ang black timers, for example, sa PTV, or nagtitipid sila?
Alam mo, gaya ng sinabi ko, if you are doing that kind of a job, I would rather have you as a regular employee. Oo. Pero, siyempre, kagaya ng sinabi ko, hindi, kasi pag submit mo ng budget, may plantilla yan eh. They create plantilla positions. And they try to anticipate kung anong pangangailangan ng agency nila and then submit yung plantilla. Pero kung minsan, na-underestimate nila. Hindi naman nila na anticipate na may mga calamities, mga problems that come in that may require them to add additional employees. Pero I am sure you are aware that there is now a circular coming from the Civil Service Commission and the DBM na wala nang JOs at the end of this year, di ba? Meron ng ganung...
Na-extend po yata until 2020 dahil pinakiusapan po ng Congress na wag ngayong year ipatupad yung dapat wala ng COS.
Kailan daw gusto patupad?
2020 kung di po ako nagkakamali, sir.
Pumayag ba ang
Yun po yung naging
civil service?
usapan.
Pero ang alam ko, that's the circular, existing circular na up to the end of this year. If there is an effort to extend the term of the JOs, I am not aware of the action coming from civil service and DBM.
Okay. Thank you, Rosalie. Questions? MPC? Other issue? Okay. Joseph Morong.
Sir, regarding your NDF hat, I mean, peace negotiations hat muna tayo, sir. Would you confirm that Francisco Lara resigned as a ceasefire committee chairman?
I saw a Facebook item on that. Si Pancho Lara. But I think I can confirm that, although I have not talked to him yet. I confronted some of my members and asked them if the press release is accurate, and yung member ng panel confirmed that it is accurate.
So, nag-resign po siya. Ano pong reason na he cited?
Hindi naman nakalagay doon sa news report, and I have not spoken to him yet.
Kasi said, sir, parang itinurpido daw po ni Presidente in some aspects of the negotiation. Parang he didn't like the way it was conducted. Some of the steps that we took in terms of talking to the Reds. Parang ganun yung kanyang statement. He does not agree with some of the actions of the government as far as talking to the Reds are concerned.
Well, if that is true, then he did an honorable thing. Kasi kung hindi mo nasasangayunan yung ginagawa ng amo mo, the only honorable thing to do is leave your amo. Diba?
Yes, sir. Sir, shift ako. Follow up? Wala. Sir, shift lang ako ng konti. Yung sa mga special working permits. Okay. Do we have the present data now kung ilan po yung naibigay ng BI so far?
Yung aming yung mga AEPs, you're talking of AEPs, yung alien employment permits.
Yes, sir.
Our record will show that our regional directors on a nationwide basis issued 115,000 AEPs.
To what kind of, to what nationalities, sir, mostly?
I think only of the 115,000, there are only about 50,000 plus Chinese. All the rest are of different nationalities.
Oh, so 50,000.
So majority are Chinese.
Okay, so maybe almost 1/3 po, no?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, you also said before that you're going to study whether yung pong pag-grant ng BI ng mga special permits is still wise. Can you elaborate on that point, sir?
Yeah, that is true, because that authority being exercised by the Bureau of Immigration was delegated by the Secretary of Labor then. I will not mention anymore the name of the former Secretary of Labor, but that authority was delegated to the BI, and that is the reason why BI can issue special working permits. Now, with the concern being raised by some sectors that there are so many foreigners working without permits, some foreigners doing business without permit, we are studying the possibility of revoking that delegation of authority in coordination, of course, with the Department of Justice, who has supervision over the Department of Immigration.
Sir, yung 115,000 po, yun po naman ay 6 months yung validity, no? Are you looking into once they expire, pwede
That's
pa
a very
silang
good question
i-renew?
because after the region, because the one issuing the AEPs are our regional directors. Now we ask them to submit to us the list of AEPs that they issued. Now they submitted to us, and we came up with this figure of 115,000 plus. After that, I issued another directive telling them to validate if in their issuance of the AEP, they complied with the requirements. Because it is a basic requirement in the issuance of an AEP that you can only issue an AEP to a foreign nationals if that national is going to do a job or a service that cannot be performed by a Filipino. Yeah.
Sir, yung po nag-grant na 115, this was for what kind of jobs, sir?
Well, yung mga basic like yung Chinese, Mandarin, ganon. Yung mga
Tutor, language interpreters po ba?
Yeah, mga Chinese interpretation.
Hindi po ba online gambling?
Meron din yung mga highly skilled. Like for example, I met somebody who is very good in yung acupuncture. Ganon. Yung mga highly skilled, yung mga hindi kaya ng mga...
Sir, hindi online gambling?
Yung online gambling is covered by POGO. This is with respect to PAGCOR. It is PAGCOR that is regulating this.
Hindi po sa atin yan, sir. Hindi po sa DOLE, no? Tama ba?
Ah,
Paano yung permit po niya? Kasi parang ang fear, sir, is that there are too many.
Yung ang sinasabi ko, that's why we are creating an interagency. Dahil one concern is also yung tungkol sa mga online gambling. Ang may school of thought, they're saying that even these people should be given a permit. They should be required to get a permit. That is what we want to discuss with PAGCOR.
What is the setup now, sir, with Kapakor? Wala silang special permit? They just come in for the company? That's it?
Wala pa silang permit coming from the department.
So under what legal basis are they entering the country?
Merong mandato ang PAGCOR dyan sa online gaming. Ito yung POGO, Philippine Overseas Gaming Operation. Yan.
So PAGCOR po yung walang
PAGCOR
permit.
po yan. Maliban doon, meron pa nga yung yung DNR. They also issue special working permit sa mining operations.
Sir, last na lang. Would you say,
Kaya gusto
sir,
ko sana na kausapin lahat itong mga department na ito, kung maaari, lahat na nabigyan ng kanilang special permit, makakumuha rin ng alien employment permit from the department.
because, sir,
Pero pinag-aralan pa rin, para malaman namin na walang nadidislocate na Filipino worker.
you think, sir, that has a tendency na parang instead po na sa Pilipino maibigay yung trabaho ay sa mga...
Yes, nasa mga foreigners.
May ganun na pong tendency siya ngayon, sir?
Wala pa naman, hindi pa naman masyadong rampon, except yung narinig natin yung 168. 168.
Okay, Joseph?
Sige, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Dreo. And then magla-last question na tayo. Okay, Joel?
Sir, yung 115,000 na AEPs issued was full year 2018.
So far, that is the number. So far.
So, anong period po yun?
Covering up to, from the time na nag-i-issue ng AEP up to now.
So,
Hindi naman masyadong marami talaga. Mula nung nagkaroon ng ganyang pag-issue ng AEP hanggang 115 pa lang. So, kung isipin mo kasi na for this year, talaga noon napakalaki. Anong klaseng trabaho yan? Pero you start way back pa. Nung nag-i-issue ang DOLE ng AEP, hindi naman masyadong malaki. Ang kinakatakutan ng iba, yung bakit ang dami dyan na mga nagtatrabaho, mga foreigners, na wala namang AEP.
Sir, so bakit Chinese yung nag-account for most of the AEPs issued?
Yung?
Bakit Chinese? Bakit most of the AEPs were issued to the Chinese?
Yung mas marami ka mo. Mas marami siguro nag-apply. Maraming nag-apply.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, last question na tayo. Okay, si Jopel and then Joseph.
Sir, hi sir, hello sir. Balikan ko lang sir yung kanina, yung regarding sa mga private companies. Bali yung mga contractual sir na mga worker kasi, yung nasa under endo. Paano po kaya natin ma-actionan yung mga reklamo nila na pag-apply pa lamang po nila, pinapapirma na sa kanila yung resignation letter na pagdating mo ng 5 months, automatic resigned ka na.
That is, that is an illegal requirement. If there is such a requirement imposed by an employer, you let us know so that we can call the attention of the employer. Pero I don't think that can happen masyado naman. Kasi under the law, if you apply for a job and you are taken as an employee, you have what is so-called as a probationary period. 6 months yan. So kung ayaw sa'yo, after 6 months, pwede kang tanggalin without any cause. For no cause at all, you say, I'm sorry, you did not pass the probation. But the moment after 6 months, tuloy-tuloy ang employment niya, automatically, that employer becomes a regular employee. Employee, I should say.
Okay, last question, Joseph.
So yung sa build lang po. Kasi ang sinasabi natin is that this is going to be good for the country kasi it will produce jobs, no? But there's also a fear na since some of these projects are Chinese loaned, baka naman yung mga Chinese din po yung pupunta sa Pilipinas to be the construction workers and all that. How do we make sure, number one, that Filipinos will be working for these projects?
I don't think that, first, I don't think that the Chinese government would do that, would impose that condition that they will bring a project. Maliban lang kung libre. I mean, they give a big project for no consideration of the Philippine government. That's another thing. Pero kung they bring a project on loan, hindi pwedeng gagawin na kailangan yung mga trabahante, mga Chinese. I will be the first to protest. Wag na lang. Nilipat mo lang yung negosyo mo.
Sige sir, muna. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Malacañang Press Corps. Thank you, Dole Secretary Silvestre
Thank you.
Rebello III. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.